Guys, they just announced 4 new cards out of the Witchwood set. I'm super excited to see them with you guys. I haven't taken a peek yet. Let's look at them together. Those are the cards? Those are them? Well, I guess there's still another 120 cards coming out. Let's look forward to those. I'm just kind of kidding around, guys. The 4 new cards that they announced work well with the 2 new legendaries that just got announced before. That's Baku the Moon Eater and Gen Greymane. Baku is if you have odd cost cards only in your deck, you start the game with your hero power being upgraded. With Baku, your hero power gets upgraded. So think of it like instead of dealing 1 damage with Mage, you're dealing 2 damage. With Paladin, instead of summoning 1/1/1, you're summoning 2 1/1s. Or with Hunter, you're dealing 3 damage instead of 2, and so forth and so forth. Like Baku, Gen Greymane also has something you have to do, and that's get only even cost cards in your deck. But if you start the game with only even cost cards in your deck, then guess what? Your hero ability only costs you 1. With these 2 cards, we knew that they were going to make some specialty cards for these. Because there's not even or odd that is special in any other set, we thought, okay, well, this set will have some even and odd cards that are special abilitied. And that's exactly what we got today, you guys. Now let's go take a peek at the 4 cards and see if they're actually worth making a deck that's only odd or only even. The first card we're going to take a look at is Glittermoth. Okay, let's take a look at this card, you guys. It's a 5-cost 4/4, an epic, and it's reading if your deck only has odd costing cards, all your other minions have double the health. This card definitely is with Baku, so your hero ability would be to heal for 4, which would be pretty powerful. With this, you're only going to be playing cards roughly at 1, 3, and 5. So you're going to have to get those minions to stick. And on turn 1, you know, it's an easy guess what you're going to be playing, and that's Cleric. If you play Cleric on 1, and say you play double Power Word Shield on 2 if you want, or you just hero ability, and on turn 3 you'll play another minion, and before you think you're going to be playing that Talon Priest, forget about it, guys. Talon Priest is gone. I'm guessing you could be playing Glimmerroot here, or another 3-cost minion that they add through this new set. But the big thing about this card, you guys, is you need at least 2 minions to stick by turn 5. That's a very difficult task, you guys. For this to be an epic and for it to be 5, it's kind of underwhelming. I get it that if you get it to work, it's actually unbelievable. And again, we don't know what other cards are coming out for Priest or for neutral set, but for this card to actually work, you need your cards to stick, and that is a very difficult thing to do, you guys. So would I really recommend this card right now? Nah, it's cool. I like it. It's a neat card. I really like the mechanic. It's fun, but it's not really that amazing. It's not that end all be all. It's not that card where I'm like, gotta craft that day 1. I was just poking around the set, just looking at some of the cards, and I guess this is kind of a replacement for Divine Spirit, because in this deck you can't have Divine Spirit anymore, which doubles your minion's health and then inner fire it for 1. I guess this is the replacement. But for you to pull that off, it's unbelievable. No one's going to leave that many minions on your board. It just doesn't feel like a way a top deck would play. No one would leave your minions out there for 5 turns. It's just not happening. Maybe they can prove us wrong. Maybe there's still things coming out that will improve this whole idea. But right now, just looking at it, yeah. Next card up is Black Cat, and it is for the Mage. It is for the Mage. Sounds so stupid. I'm the Black Cat. Meow, meow. Now, by the sounds of things, if you just look at the card and it didn't have that odd baloney on it, it's a great card, you guys. It's like Azure Drake, but better. I get it. Everyone's comparing it to Azure Drake. But do you know what cards you could have played with Azure Drake? Frostbolt, Fireball, Meteor, Blizzard. Hell, you could even play Primordial Glyph and find something. You can't do that with this card. This card really limits you. Yeah, you could play Flame Strike, you could play Dragon's Fury, but it just doesn't fit right. Where I was thinking of playing this, you guys, is with Elementals. Again, we haven't seen all the cards in this set. There's still over 100 cards to be revealed, guys, and I'm sure some of them is going to work with this, especially with Mage power cards being gone, like your Mage, or sorry, like your Fireball and your Frostbolt. But I was thinking, with what Elementals right now could you use this with? There's an okay amount. You can piecemeal something together, and then you can Frostlich Jaina at the end, which is huge. Frostlich Jaina is one of the most powerful DK cards if you can get her out. You can also play her again with Baron Geddon. So this is the idea I'm thinking of right now. If you're going to be playing this card, maybe, if anything, you're going to have to play in an Elemental Mage, but there's still a lot of cards that you lose in this, like Pyros, which is one of the biggest class Elementals for Mage. Again, just looking at this card, you think it would be so sweet and it would be awesome. It's like Azure Drake coming back to life, but in kitty cat form. I love it. But it's just a little underwhelming when you have these sort of stipulations on a card. And that's the drawback you have to Baku and Greymane. The next card we're going to take a look at, guys, is a Shaman card. It's called Park Eel.
Would you mind?
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at the little eels! Oh, electric eels!
I didn't know Mr. Burns had an electric eel pond.
Well, he does.
Park Eel. It's a 2-cost, 2/3 for Shaman, and it reads, if you only have even cost cards in your deck, deal 2 damage. For you to only have even cost cards or odd cost cards in your deck, I expect you to get some sort of very good benefit from this. But the benefits just are seeming meh. Draw a card, double your health for your minions. Yeah, that one's good, but you have to get your minions to stick. And this one, it's 2 damage. 2 damage. I'm not saying 2 damage is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's only 2 damage. 2 damage is a lot. But it's only 2 damage for you to only have even cost cards in your deck. And that's what I'm getting at. There has to be some sort of benefit if you're making a huge sacrifice, like you only using even or odd cost cards, and it just doesn't seem like it's there. On its own, if it didn't have that stipulation for even cards, I'd be like, this is a good card. It would be good in, say, an aggro shaman. I could see aggro shaman coming back, because on turn 2 you play this, you're probably clearing whatever minion they have out, then you have a 2/3 body out. It would be pretty good. But now with the stipulation of it having to be only in an even cost deck, nah. Geeks, we have to remember there's over 150 cards coming. Okay, buddy. Okay, you got this? Got this. Let's do the last card. I think we should do the last card. I think we should do the last card. Guys, the final card is Gloom Static. It's a 5-cost, 2/6 taunt. If you only have odd cost cards in your deck, give this +2/+2. This is another okay card. I think a 4/8 is a great taunt minion. The problem is it is very vulnerable to silences. The other thing I don't know why I get hung up on this, but it's an epic. It just doesn't seem like a good epic. It seems like that's a waste of an epic for Druid, but whatever, this is an epic. I just feel like in my head epics are supposed to be epic, and this one is just like a mepic, like meh, pick, meh. I was thinking maybe you can ramp this out with Wild Growth, but you can't even do that. Wild Growth is 2, so it can't be in your deck. I guess you could play this as an aggro Druid kind of card at the end, just put it so it's a big taunt at the end for your living mana or something that you play the turn after, but it just seems clunky. If you put this in your deck, you can't have one of the best Druid cards out there, Ultimate Infestation. So it just seems very bad to have only an odd cost deck with Druid at the moment. Again, you guys, we only touched a tip of the iceberg of what cards are coming out. I feel good about saying I know Blizzard has some more tricks up their sleeves for all these cards and synergizing with the classes, but right now, for them just to show these 4 cards by themselves, I'm just kind of still waiting by the phone. You know, just waiting for something good to call. Come on, Blizzard, give me something good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit me up with a sub and a thumbs up. And also, guys, I do stream 5 days a week on Twitch TV. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see any other videos, I've got some up right here.